Hi guys, it's Lily, and I'm back again with another unboxing. So I'm really excited about this. This is one that I just found out about recently. This is a Lovedoki or Dokibook, and they look like Kiki Ks. So I was kind of intrigued by the Kiki K setup with the elastic band, and also like with the dots. And I think the more videos you watch, the more you're like, oh, I like that. But the Kiki Ks are all made out of leather, um, so I wasn't going to get one of those. And I was really excited when I discovered in the planner workshop, actually, it was Christy Tomlinson from the Planner Society and Corey the Reset Girl are doing this planner workshop, which I've been watching, and it's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Um, but it kind of also, like sort of makes you want to go out and buy more new planners. And Christy mentioned the Doki books. And so I was like, that's interesting because I kind of heard them mention, I didn't really know what they were. And then I discovered that they have one that looks like a Kiki K. Anyway, so James was saying because it came in such a nice box that I should do an unboxing. So I found this on Etsy. This was an Etsy seller from the Netherlands. It's really hard to get them. They have different designs. So there are ones that kind of look like filofaxes with a snap closure, and ones that look like the Kiki K. And the Kiki K one, like I could only find in, I think there were 2 places that still had them. So I don't know if that's because they've discontinued this model and they're going to come out with a new one, which I'll then be like, oh my God, I love that, and I have to buy it too. I kind of hope not. Or just because it's hard to get this particular type. But anyway, I'll link the seller down below. It came really quickly. I'm in the UK, so obviously it would probably be quicker than if it was going to America. Um, but I only ordered this kind of like at the beginning of the week, I think, on Monday, and it's here now. This is Saturday. So let's open the box. So it comes in this really nice wrapping paper. This is like I think it's actually, it kind of seems like a sort of like a napkin, but it's just covering it. And here it is. So this comes wrapped in, it's just in a plastic covering. And if we take this out, here's the elastic band. This feels really like quite sturdy. I've seen other reviews of people who have these, and they've said that apparently it's a bit lighter in color than the Kiki K one. I think this is equivalent to the dark mint Kiki K. And apparently the color of the actual planner looks exactly the same, but the band is a little bit lighter. But I think it matches it if you're just looking at it on its own terms. So this one obviously is made out of vegan leather, synthetic leather. And if we take this off, you have, let's see if I bring it up closer, if you can see, it's really a mint color. It's like a very pale turquoise, maybe sea foam, like a slight hint of green, sort of more on the greeny side of turquoise with gold dots. And it has nice stitching around the side in the same color as the rest of it. So it's like a sort of like light turquoise mint. People are calling this mint. I think the Kiki K one was called mint, but I don't know. I think I would call it a very, very pale turquoise. And if you look at the side, there's nothing on the side. The side is just blank. So this is a ruler that was falling out. So it comes with this ruler and it says Lovedoki. And it has like a little rose emblem. And it's got numbers in, it's got centimeters and inches. And it says, let's see if you can see that. For daily use, enjoy your life. Then we get 1 secretarial pocket, and then 1, 2, 3 wider pockets. And this really reminds me of the Hobonichi pockets. It feels a bit thinner. I don't know what it's like compared to the Kiki K, but it's very nicely done. It's very nicely finished. So like compared to the Filofax pockets, I feel like this is like kind of it's a bit more finished, because the Filofax pockets, at least the ones that I have, are usually just like a slit here, and inside it's kind of a bit like rough. So this one, the pockets are all stitched, and they have this like kind of slight curve. So you've got one short one kind of slightly bigger one, and then one full length one that sort of goes the whole way down. So I think that's quite nice. You could get like, you know, a lot of stickers and stuff in here. I think compared to the Filofax pockets, I'd say I like these better, just because they seem more like the Hobonichi pockets to me, which are a bit more useful for decorating. Then you get this ring protector, which I'll just take off. And the rings also come wrapped in bubble wrap. And there's also some cardboard here. So I'll just take all of this off. And then these are the rings themselves. So this, somehow it looks quite wide. I'm not really sure how to, not wide, but long. That's the word I'm looking for. If we compare this to Filofax that I just happen to have on hand, I think that the rings of the Dokibook are smaller, because I forgot to mention this is A5 size. So if we compare it to an A5 Filofax, looks like the rings are smaller. So I believe that the Filofax has 30mm rings. Maybe these are 20mm. Definitely smaller. Again, I don't know what this is like compared to the KKK. But yeah, so you're not going to be able to get as much in here, but it's still, you know, it's like an okay size. So all of this stuff just fell out. So let's see what this is. So we've got the ruler, which supposedly slots in. Wait, I'm putting it in the wrong place. Okay, yeah, it does work. That's fine. At first I thought it wasn't going to stick, but it does. It's really secure, and it's like kind of nice, and it's quite a sturdy plastic. And the printing matches the outside, so that's cool. And it's transparent. These are kind of like advertised as not coming with inserts, or they don't say that they come with inserts. And I'd seen some people who'd ordered this saying that it does actually come with a few different things. So I was curious to see what mine would come with. So you have this top loading pocket, which has got holes, but the holes are like, they've kind of not been, the plastic hasn't been taken out. So you actually have to remove the plastic so that you can put them in the rings. So I'll just do that so that I can put this inside and see what the rings are like. Everybody that I've seen reviews of a Dokibook has been really happy with it and said that it's good quality. That has a nice feel. Those rings, they opening them, they feel really tight, and closing them as well. I said I'm not a ring expert, but I haven't. I mean, so far everything that I've had has been, I think, Filofax and Paper Chase, and I haven't noticed any problems with the rings. I'm just opening this, so we'll see. But so far it seems good. And then you have this like kind of transparent but pretty thick flyleaf. I'd say compared to the Filofax flyleaves, this is much thicker and more opaque. But you can still see through it. And then it comes with these dividers. So no inserts, but there is a pack of dividers. And again, the dividers are punched, but for some reason the extra hasn't been taken out, so you sort of have to do that yourself, but at least they've been punched. My 6-hole punch that I was waiting for about 2 weeks has finally arrived, so big celebrations in my house on that day. I'm really happy about that, but I'm also relieved that I don't have to punch these myself. So yeah, I won't do all of this now because that would be kind of boring to watch, but I don't know, unless this is just mine, you have to sort of like remove the sort of extra bits yourself, but they are punched. So let's see what they say. You have monthly, 2 monthly tabs. That's nice. 2 monthlies where the tab is in the same place. So I guess one is just a spare, because you wouldn't need both of those at the same time. Then there's today. Then there's list and to do, favorite, account, Chronodex. That's funny. I don't know if this is like mimicking the KKK. I've never seen a KKK in real life. And others. So they are labeled. So if you don't like having your tabs labeled, you'd have to cover these with something. But I think that the labels are pretty inoffensive. Monthly, today, listen to do, favorite, account, Chronodex, others. Yeah, and they're nice. They're nice, like kind of thick card. On this side, they're glossy. On the other side, not really. But I'd say they're thicker than the Filofax dividers, definitely. And they kind of have this nice finish, and they're in pretty much the same shade as the outside. On camera, I think it looks like identical. In real life, this feels a bit greener to me. Definitely sort of on the greener side of turquoise than the outside, but not by much. So I think that's fine. I would probably use these and, just like decorate them. It doesn't really offend me having the names on here, even though I'm at this point not really sure what I'm actually going to use this binder for. I think we might use it for storage for our memory keeping Filonici / Hobofax, which is what we've just started. So I'm going to do a video about that as well. That was James's idea because he wanted to do a kind of like sort of memory keeping like art journal. So we're doing that. That's a joint project, and I'll show it to you as soon as we got the first kind of reasonable looking week done, because at the moment we're just experimenting still. So you get these dividers, you get this like kind of thick fly leaf, you get the top loading envelope, and then in the back we've got a pen loop, which is elasticated and quite thick to begin with. So let's see, this is always my test. Will it hold a friction pen? Because the Filofax ones won't. It does, and really easily as well. It's like no problem getting that in. So that's awesome. I love that. And it's in the same shade as the outside. So that's nice. Then it's got this kind of pocket that goes pretty much all the way down. And again, you've got the brand here, Lovedoki. Enjoy your life. And then it's got a side pocket that sort of extends the whole way. And there's quite a bit of room in here. It feels like it's not like sometimes with the pockets like on Filofax where it's really tight and you feel like you can't get anything in. This is quite flexible, and I think some of it might be to do with the shape or the sort of structure of the binder. So let me just show you the back first. So on the back there's nothing here. There's just the kind of the strap from this elastic holder. You don't have any branding here. You've just got the same mint and gold design. So, and this, by the way, these wouldn't stick out. I don't think. It's just because I haven't put them in because I have to take all of the holes out. So yeah, the sort of construction of this binder, compared to all of the Filofaxes that I have, except for the domino, this feels a bit, I don't want to say floppy. It's not quite floppy, but it doesn't like feel that kind of like rigidly constructed. You can feel that there's something inside it, so it feels kind of like cardboard to me. Maybe it's plastic, but a sort of something that's kind of slightly malleable. And then you don't have it here near the ring, so it kind of just extends to like here. And like again, there's quite a bit of room here. It's very floppy. I guess secretarial pockets usually are, but oh, this is another detail that I didn't mention before. On the inside, you've got a kind of like, it seems like nylon. So it's not the same vegan leather as on this side. It's a kind of like nylon, which is sort of like what Filofax does on the inside of their pockets. Yeah, so then you have the same thing on this side. It's like, it's kind of bendy. It's a bit bendy, which doesn't bother me. It's just something to sort of be aware of. And again, you can almost see it. See that line there? Like that's where the sort of inside, whatever this kind of material is, it's making it like the stiffener stops. And so here it's very flexible. You don't have anything there. Um, and so it sort of gives the whole thing a kind of like slightly flexible feel. Again, not as much as a domino, but you can sort of like bend this. It's not rigid. Like if I tried to do this with my Saffiano, I don't think it would do that. It wouldn't work. It's much harder. So again, I'm not sure if this is intentional and the result of like kind of trying to copy the Kiki K, because I've seen videos of the Kiki K. I think it was Miss Vicky B who did a Kiki K review, and she said that it sort of felt like you could sort of feel the inside of the binder. And so I don't know if this is intentional and like they've done it because that's what the Kiki K is like, um, or if it's just a coincidence and this is just the way that they make these binders. Again, it doesn't bother me. It depends on what you wanted to use it for. I guess if you like it to be really rigid, then you're probably not going to like this. But if you don't mind it being a bit more flexible, then it's fine. It doesn't feel, like kind of cheap or badly made to me. And the people who have them, like I said, I've seen quite a few reviews of these. And there are a lot of people on Instagram who have them, and nobody has said anything bad about them. So I think that like my first impression and what I've heard from others is that the quality of these is fine. So it could be that this is just the design, but it kind of depends on what you want in a binder, I guess. The other thing to mention is that the rings are silver, which I believe is different from the Kiki K. The Kiki K mint planners that I've seen, I think that the rings are gold. I actually like silver better, so I was sort of like kind of trying to figure out from the pictures whether this would be silver or gold, and I was really hoping that they would be silver because yeah, I just like that better. But I think that's probably one of the main differences if you want it to look exactly like the Kiki K, is that the rings are a different color. And also I think that the inside is different. I think that the inside of the Kiki K is like screen printed cotton, but I'm not sure if that's all of them. I don't know if that's the A5 and if it's in all of their designs. But that's just something I remember having seen in various videos of the Kiki K. So this one has got the vegan leather like throughout. Incidentally, it was quite difficult to work out exactly what the material for this was, because I think that the like sort of main like source for these, if you want to go to the sort of the original place to order them, is an online shop based in Hong Kong called spreenow.com, SPREE now.com. And I've seen a few people who ordered Lovedokis from them. I found this on Etsy though. I just kind of couldn't face this like it's not, I mean, I guess it's not that complicated, but there is this sort of like procedure that you have to follow when ordering from Spree Now, like and I just kind of I didn't feel like dealing with it, so I happened to find this on Etsy. There's another Etsy shop that's based in Michigan that has them as well, so I'll link both of those below. And it cost 21 or 23 pounds, British pounds from the shop that I ordered this from. But usually, so they usually don't give details of what the materials are. So I kind of had to look at a few different sites until I like worked out it's sort of definitely confirmed it's faux leather. Definitely. Like sort of in case you're wondering about that, because it is like there's no, as far as I can tell, there's no Lovedoki shop. Like the brand itself doesn't seem to have a website that you can buy directly from. So you're going to be getting it from a seller no matter what you do. Yeah, so that's it for now. First impressions, I think it looks really nice. And the quality seems good to me. So there are a couple of videos comparing this to the Kiki K in case you're interested in that. I can link one of them below. And I'll give you an update once we've been using it for a while. So thanks a lot for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.